I have some pretty ambitious goals for this year, and today I'm going to share them with you. As you can see, I am not in my usual filming studio. I am currently traveling and using my travel filming studio, so please forgive me for any technical difficulties. I am reporting to you from the middle of the forest. I recently reacted to the video that I made sharing all of my goals for 2022, and I was really proud and pleasantly surprised about how many I was able to meet. And I did a lot of thinking when creating my goals for this year because I wanted to be very thoughtful and strategic about what I chose to focus my attention on, but I finally have a list that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to go through it with you. Just like last year, I'm dividing this video up into 3 categories. First, sharing my writing and publishing goals. Second, sharing my publicity goals. And third, sharing my habit forming goals, because I'm a firm believer that you cannot reach tangible goals without first creating the systems to achieve those. 2023 is shaping up to be a very busy year, but before we get into the video, hi, my name is Claire Fraze, and I am an award-winning young adult author who makes videos on this channel sharing actionable writing tips that help me make my own writing better. I am the author of young adult supernatural thriller They Stay, which usually I have in the background of my videos, but I don't today because, as I mentioned, I am traveling, as well as the sequel to that book, They Whisper, and the 3rd book in the series, They Return, is coming out in just a couple of weeks. So if you are a writer who likes watching videos about the writing process and about writing craft, hit that subscribe button and like this video because I make videos about that. And without further ado, let's get into this one. So first, my writing and publishing goals. This first one that I have for you, which is not really a legitimate goal because I technically finished the book last year, but I'm still going to put it in my 2023 goals video, is publish They Return on January 31st. I already did most of the work to achieve this goal. The book is already written, it's already with my ARC team, it is done with the exception of me having to do a little bit of cleanup and changing some continuity errors and doing my final read through for voice and things like that. I'm so proud of this book. I love this book. I can't get enough of this book. I'm so excited for people to finally be able to read it. I had a little bit of drama with the ARCs because there was a printing error in my first round of ARCs, so that was extremely stressful, but now that that has resolved itself, I'm back to feeling extremely excited, and I just can't wait to finally put this book out into the world and also to get my life back. I've been so nervous and excited about this book launch that I really have found it hard to think about anything else, even while traveling, so I'm just really excited to have that book out into the world and to start working on my next projects. Which brings me to my first legitimate writing goal of the year, which is to write book 4 and have that ready to go with my editor by the end of May. I have a really bad habit of being right down to the wire with my publishing dates with my books. I always run into issues, I always decide to rewrite things, and I think that I just tend to fill the time that I allow myself to have with a book. And it's been very stressful the past 2 books that I've written, so I really want to be thoughtful about this and give myself more time at the beginning and more concrete deadlines instead of just having deadlines at the end of my process. I want to start setting deadlines for myself during my process so that I don't leave everything into the last minute and then make a mad dash to complete a book right before the publishing date. I want to have the book done 2 months before it's supposed to come out. This will mean that my ARC readers get a more polished copy of the book. It will mean that my blood pressure can stay low. I'm not entirely sure how well I'm going to be able to hold myself accountable to deadlines that I know are self-imposed throughout the process, because really the only hard deadlines I have are my ARC team deadline and my publishing deadline. So we're going to see how that goes, but that's my second goal of the year because I think that that's really going to help me streamline my writing process. Which brings me to my third goal, which is to publish book 4 in the They Stay series in October. I really want to publish another book in the fall. My entire series is about ghosts and Halloween stuff, and it's actually getting closer to Halloween in the actual timeline of the book, so I want to publish it around the same time that it actually occurs in the book. So that is my goal. I really want to work hard to try and meet that, but I said this about They Return last year and it didn't happen. I also have more time to write book 4 than I did to write They Return to meet that October deadline. I have 9 months from now until the October deadline to write book 4 in the series, which is as much time as I had to write They Return and more time than I had to write They Whisper, or actually the same time that I had to write They Whisper. Around 9 months has been my mental germination period. So based on past performance, I'd say it's achievable this time, but this might also be be one of those goals that will be really funny to react to a year from now. My fourth goal is that I want to publish They Return's audiobook at some point in the first half of this year. And my fifth goal, which kind of goes hand in hand, is that I want to record and publish the audiobook for book 4 in the series, which means publishing 2 audiobooks this year, which will be good. I don't personally do any of the recording. My narrators do all the recording, but I listen to the book and I proof it and make sure that there are no errors and everything is good before the audiobook comes out. So I would think that this goal is achievable. It just depends when I have those books completed. It depends whether book 4 actually comes out in the fall or not. So we'll see, but that's the goal. I think these projects are going to keep me plenty busy, but my last writing goal for 2023 is that I want to write a standalone novella to use as a reader magnet on my mailing list. I want this to be a longer novella. Right now I have a short story, but I don't think it's the strongest short story that it could be. So I want to develop a completely new novella. I want it to be longer, and I want to tie it in with my mailing list. I have a couple of ideas. I want it to be the sort of thing where if you read it without reading my series, you can still enjoy it. But if you read my series, you would also enjoy this novella. So I want it to go kind of back and forth. I'm thinking a sort of villain origin story, or told from the point of view not of the villain, but of someone in his close circle when they were kids. I'm playing around with it. I don't really love writing historical fiction because it requires a lot of research, so we'll see what I come up with, but that is a huge goal for me this year. It needs to happen. Okay, that's it for my writing goals. Now let's move on to social media and publicity goals. My first social media and publicity goal is a really big one, and I haven't officially announced it anywhere yet. I guess I'll officially announce it for the first time in this video. Drum roll, please. I'm launching a second YouTube channel, and I am so excited about it. I make videos about writing on this channel, as you know, but on this second YouTube channel, I am going to be talking about my books and my series and the world that I created, and all sorts of different world building and relationship timelines and behind the scenes information that people would not get from just reading the books. I have built an extremely expansive world for my series, and not all of that stuff has actually gotten into the books. So I have filmed, and am in the process of filming, all of these life of videos, these timeline videos, explaining how all the world building systems work, like the ghost system. I've commissioned a ridiculous amount of character art for this channel. I've brought my entire cast of characters to life, and it's amazing. I have all sorts of music that's going on and graphics. I've been working on putting together this whole cinematic universe of my series, and that's all gonna come to life on the channel. So this is the very first time I'm talking about it. I have not officially launched it yet. It's coming out the same day as They Return is, on January 31st. So I just can't wait to start sharing these videos with you all and to start getting to talk about my series this way. I also, that way, don't have to talk about my series on here for the people who haven't read my books and are more interested in the writing craft versus the actual fictional world that I've created. That's my first goal of the year. It's to launch that channel and to get it on people's computer screens. I am so excited about it. I think about it all the time. I'm so obsessed with all this character art that I've commissioned for this YouTube channel. It's incredible, and yeah, it's so cool. My second social media or publicity goal is that I want to put together a bundle of plot grid templates and outlining templates and hero's journey templates to offer as a magnet to my mailing list to all of you guys. I get a lot of questions from people asking whether I have templates for plot grids that I use. I don't, but I want to make them, and I want to offer them to you if you subscribe to my mailing list. So that's something that I want to sit down and do this year. That's probably only going to take me an afternoon, but that is a goal that I have. I want to get that all set up. My next goal for the year is that I want to learn more about selling my audiobooks wide. I want to learn about the different platforms that I can put them on that aren't just Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. I had been exclusive with Audible and iTunes for a little while, pretty much all of last year, but now I want to change that. I just recently pulled out of exclusivity, so I want to learn more about the different opportunities for audiobooks like Spotify and YouTube and figure out how to put my audiobooks there. My fourth goal is a pretty specific goal. I have this written down. I'm putting in quotation marks. This is a potential goal. I haven't decided whether I want to do this or not, but I've been toying around with the idea of switching my mailing list providers from MailerLite to ActiveCampaign. I've heard that ActiveCampaign offers more opportunities for automation sequences. I'm not as sophisticated with my automation sequences as I would like to be, so I think first I would like to learn how to optimize my automation sequences, and then I can decide whether I want to move over to ActiveCampaign. I have also heard that they have slightly higher deliverability rates, but we'll see if I actually do that. That's just something I've been toying around with in the back of my head. It's kind of a goal, it's a potential goal. I really want to learn how to make the most of my automation sequences. Right now I only have 3 emails that get sent out when people subscribe to my mailing list, and it's like, a welcome email and then a confirmation email about whether or not they downloaded the thing that I offered, and then a quick little about me email right at the end. But I think I want to make it a little bit longer. Once I launch the YouTube channel, I want to make sure that I have an email including the YouTube channel. And I want to make them more specific to subscriber locations. Like, I have 2 different ways that people can join my mailing list, either by joining from downloading the first 5 chapters of They Stay or joining after finishing reading one of my books. But I think I want to make it a little more specific than that. So I want to broaden the web of different emails that I have automated and hopefully make my email service a more powerful marketing tool for me. My 5th goal is another one I'm really excited about. I want to open up my own store. Right now I sell my signed copies directly through my website, but I want to expand my online store through Shopify and offer more than just signed copies. I want to offer paperbacks and hardbacks and annotated copies. I want to offer exclusive short stories and novellas and merch, things that you can only get directly from my store and nowhere else. So I want to learn how to use Shopify. I want to figure out how to set that up. I want to make a big list of different things that I can offer on that store, and I want to create all of those special things, whether that's writing short stories and novellas and exclusive content and things like that are only available on my store. My ebooks wouldn't be available there because I am in Kindle Unlimited, which means that I can't sell my ebooks anywhere except for Amazon, but all of my other print books will be there and audiobooks. So I think it will be a cool thing and I'm excited about it. My 6th goal is that I want to be brave and reach out to authors that I admire about blurbing the series potentially. I have been very nervous to do this, but I think I need to face my fear and put myself out there because the worst that people can say is no. And getting blurbs for the series would be so awesome, especially from these authors who I really respect. And I'm just very nervous to ask, but also excited about this goal. And I'm making it a goal so that I actually force myself to do it. Hopefully at the end of the year, I will be able to say that I did. My next social media and publicity goal, wow, I have a lot of these, is to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. This was also my goal for last year, but maybe this year I'll achieve it. Admittedly, I have not been the best at posting consistently the past 2 months. I've been really slammed with this writing deadline, but now that the book is coming out, I'm getting back on my regular posting schedule, and I will have time to really make YouTube a priority. I think that just generally, me as a writer, I go through phases where I'm not quite as stressed or busy, and then right before a release, I'm really stressed and busy, and then YouTube drops off a little bit, and then I release a book and things are calm again, and then YouTube comes back, so it's kind of this ebb and flow thing going on. I've always said that I'm a writer first and a YouTuber second. I stand by that, but YouTube is my social media platform of choice, and I really love YouTube, so I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing it, and that I am nurturing the community and posting as much as I can or as consistently as I can and posting as much quality content as often as I can. So if 10,000 subscribers comes around, that's great. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm just throwing it on here and we'll see at the end of the year what happens. Last year during my goal setting video, I wanted to post 2 videos a week and I wanted to never miss weeks, and that just didn't happen. So I am just doing my best and posting as much as I can, and things will grow when I nurture them and put my time and attention into them. So yeah, we're having a much more relaxed goal setting process this year. But hey, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. That would help me achieve my goal for this year. My penultimate goal for social media and publicity is to monetize the second YouTube channel, the one that I'm starting about my books. That would be really cool if I was able to do that. I'm not sure if it'll happen, but I'm putting it out there just to see if it does. And my last publicity goal is that I want to do at least 5 big giveaways to attract more mailing list subscribers. I'm very excited about that. I love doing giveaways. I don't do them enough, so I need to do more. So my first habit forming goal isn't really a habit forming goal. My goal is to learn from my past habits and plan and schedule around them thoughtfully. Not expect myself to bend to my schedule, but instead schedule around myself. I've been doing this for a little while now, and I know the way that I act in certain situations and react in certain situations, and I want to be more thoughtful when creating my publishing calendar and schedule to make sure that I am mindful of the way that I know that I'm going to be. For example, I know that I'm always really stressed leading up to a book launch, so I want to schedule buffer periods after I publish a book just to let myself decompress a little bit. I want to make sure I have a backlog of videos before I go on a deadline that I'm able to post to fill gaps so that I don't go like a month without posting on YouTube. That was awful. When approaching a difficult situation, I have a habit of just telling myself, oh, I'll find a way to swing it, or I'll just work really, really hard and then it'll be done. But I'm learning now that while I might be able to swing it, the act of swinging it is actually not very healthy, and it requires me to be stressed to levels that are not good and also neglect other parts of my life, which I don't want to neglect. So I just have to be a little bit more thoughtful in my schedule and know myself more than I have in the past. My second one is more silly than that. It's just that I want to stop scrolling through my phone right after waking up in the morning. I have a really bad habit of waking up in the morning and then staying on my phone for half an hour before getting out of bed. It pretty much negates the entire benefit of waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I might as well just get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get the time that I've woken up at that time to get. I need to be more disciplined about it. I'm not disciplined at all, and I need to be better. That is my second goal. My third goal is basic. I just want to take care of my body better. I say this every year, and nothing really changes. You know what I'm going to do this year? I'm going to remember to take my vitamins. That is going to be my third taking care of my body better. I'm going to take my vitamins more than once a week. I'm going to take them every day and maybe do some Pilates or something. I don't know. My fourth goal is actually going to be really hard, and my doctor recommended this last time that I went in for my annual physical, but I really desperately need to learn how to dictate. I type a lot, and in order to avoid getting injuries to my wrists or any pain in my fingers, I need to try to cut out how much I type. And the way that I'm going to do this is by dictating my first drafts. I can't avoid typing while editing because it's very small changes that I'm making to the book. But when I'm just putting words on a page, I think I just need to learn how to dictate in order to get all of the words down. I hate dictating. I'm not good at it. It's really like my brain-hand connection is a lot better than my brain-mouth connection. But my first drafts are not supposed to be good anyway, so I'm thinking that maybe it also might be a way for me to get past the perfectionism part of my brain and just put something on the page. So I'm going to try to do that. I want to save my wrists, and that's going to be my new goal for the year. And my last habit forming goal and my last goal of 2023 is that I want to continue my writing education. I say this every year. I mean it every year. I learned so much about writing and craft this year. I attended conferences. I read a bunch of craft books. I took online courses, and all of that really opened my eyes to different things that I could be doing both from a marketing standpoint and also from a writing standpoint. This year I want to learn even more about writing and storytelling, and I want to make book 4 even better than I made book 3. And I'm just so excited for what this year has in store. It is going to be a busy year for me, but I am feeling confident and excited about working towards these goals. Thank you all so much for watching this video, even though it's a more casual video than most of my other videos on this channel. What are your goals for 2023? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what they are. If you have a second to like this video and subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. You'd really be helping me achieve one of my goals for 2023. Make sure to hit the bell so that you are notified when I post a new video and you don't miss any writing craft videos of mine. You will be the first to know when I learn new mind-blowing things about craft in my writing education this year. Keep your eyes peeled for my announcement about those plot grid templates, because I'm sure I'm going to achieve that this year. And also keep an eye out for my new announcement about my new YouTube channel that I will be putting up soon. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week, and as always, happy writing.